Hello there. So Tekken 8 has been in the gutter for some while due to some controversial changes. But I, for my part, have been just wondering, well, why is that? Why do people dislike this game so much? Is it because of the aggression? Maybe. Is it because of the bad character designs? Well, perhaps. But one thing that everybody seems to agree upon is the stupid gimmicks, flowchart, or just the all of a term cheese. I've been wondering, well, why is that cheese so hated? Why does nobody want to go up against it? And why does it exactly ruin the game? So, let's take a deep dive in. So, before we do that, what even is a gimmick or a flowchart? Because these terms are being thrown around all the time, yet nobody really knows what the hell we're even talking about. So I just made a quick Google search. Turns out, gimmicks is just a single move that just destroys your opponent if they don't even know what the hell they're supposed to do. While flowchart is an array of attacks that just confuse your opponent. Think of it like, an annoying shy, doing AOP, doing back turn stands, gimmicks, and flowcharts, like the Cali roll, or just these slaps, or... Oh no. Huarang. When he does these things and just... Oh... You know what I mean, right? For gimmicks, it's quite simpler. With Shaheen's guard break, when he's in heat, he can do this tornado move and just do a guard break. Then he can get a 10-frame punish off of it. Or Yoshi's flash. Oh no, that move. You've been hit a million times before, it'll happen again. But if people don't know how to deal with this, then they're really, really oppressive. I mean, Yoshi's flash is oppressive no matter if you know how it works or not, but that's besides the point. Now with these definitions clear, what's the problem here? You just need to know what the gimmick does, right? You just need to know which flowcharts they can do, right? Well, let's see how that works in the practical sense, by playing in the beginner ranks. Ooh, long time no see, right? Right?
Oh look, it's Elgin.
Round one. Fight.
Okay, sorry man, didn't know we were at high rank already. You're not the only one who can whiff punish that. Now we take him to the wall. My favorite place in this game. He does not block, but I use my most favorite string in the game. Laser Gazer. Tsubaki doesn't really work, does it? Or maybe it does? Ah, okay. Maybe not against that Heat Smash. A Heat Smash is really good. Okay, Heat Engage. Into combo! No! Don't do it! Don't do it, Jin! Wow, 1 to 3 is really strong. 1+2. I didn't... Whoa! Whoa! Did you see that? That low block? You can see that it's a pro player, especially when he just hop kicks my entire moveset with his gimmicks. But you know what my gimmick is? Getting hit. That's my gimmick. That's literally my gimmick, man. Damn. Free mash there, huh? And now we spam forward 4. His Raychar hits grounded. At least he thought so. As you can see, spamming the same string over and over again is really effective. So, I'm racking up wins and such, but eventually this will happen.
Get ready for the next battle. acceptes ta défaite, tu as perdu d'avance. Round 1.
Don't mind the Tekken 7 gameplay in the background. I just ran out of arcade tokens. But getting stomped by Victor is certainly not what I anticipated when I started this game. But here we are. So what exactly can I do here? Well, a feature that has been long forgotten by most players, training mode, in which you can learn what things you can actually counter. Like for example, while standing 1 on Victor, launch punishable. You do the coolest combo in the world. Look at this. Look at this. Also important is labbing what the hell his strings do. His flow charts.
What? You can't low parry this? Alright then.
Great! Now I know how to counter Victor Chevalier and his... Glock 9? Wait, why are weapons allowed? Anyways, now that I'm continuing my rank grind, nothing can really happen, right? Oh, it's not that right.
Get ready for the next battle. Round 1.
Wiele nas różni, ale nie zamiłowanie do pokoju.
That was quite nice of her. But fucking hell. What is this? What are these moves? Okay, back to the lab, I guess. Ah yes, back 1, my favorite tracking move. Forward 2, 4, high. Is that going to help me in a match? Maybe once, but better knowing that than, you know, not knowing that, I guess. That's 2-4, mate, not forward 2-4. Now that I've labbed Lydia, I know what she does. And what dawned on me immediately is I just learned 2 characters. Not, you know, how to play them, but how to counter him with my main. That's some good progress. Most players don't really do that. Just learning the character, what they can do, what gimmicks and flowcharts they throw so you can counter them. And counting from my own character, I hope I know what he does. Now I could actually reach my dream rank. Right? Why can't it be so simple, man? The path of Tekken is a long and rocky one, that's for sure. Especially if you play it for quite a long time. Like I do, for example, as Tekken 4 was my first Tekken game. Introduced me to fighting games in general. And I was just amazed by its insane realism. You know, you could walk around certain objects, throw people into them. Air combos were pretty much not really a thing. And it was all based around just poking your opponent down. And that just made me fascinated with Tekken, because when I looked at other fighting games, it's just 2D. It's literally 2D, and some other 3D fighters were there as well, but they really didn't nail down to what made Tekken so great compared to all of them. And then Tekken 5 happened, and it was like, it was just Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Like, Tekken on crack. Tekken 6 was fine. It was just there for the offline content. But Tekken 7, I returned to it like many years later after a hiatus. And that was the first Tekken game where I really thought, hey, this is it. I want to be good at Tekken. And I would just go into ranked and get absolutely clapped by everyone. I'm not gonna say if I was a talent from day one, but getting clapped really showed me what I had to do to become a better player. And that was just to not suck. And how do you not suck in fighting games? By actually doing what other people don't. And that's just labbing, knowing how each character works, what they can do, what weaknesses they have, so you can exploit them with your own gimmicks and flowcharts. But besides that, you just need to know how Tekken works. And to start with it, you just need to know what the characters do. Like, you can start with the most basic characters like Kazuya, Jin, Paul, all of these characters you start with, and know how they do these things, do these moves, what situations do they want off of you. And if you can counter those, your odds of winning are much higher than just randomly mashing gimmicks and flowcharts. But here is the issue. Sometimes you just lose a match. Not because it's exactly your fault, you might think at first, but because this Eddie player, this Xiaoyu, was doing a move that you just had no idea how to counter, and you didn't find out mid-match. And it's just frustrating, like, you played so well, we've punished a lot of things, knew how to sidestep once or twice, but you still lost because of that one move. Or even that sequence of attacks. You didn't know what to do. So therefore, you just lay it to odds. You know, this just had to happen right now, you know? It's just one match. It can't be that bad, right? Let's just go another one. And then it's another character that you just have no idea what they're doing. And you just go like, okay, I'm just gonna spam my flowcharts, but they know how to deal with it. And suddenly you realize, shit, I'm cooked. Okay, 3 times the charm. This can't happen any longer. When you get matched up with a character you know. You easily beat them because the player is not as experienced as you. And suddenly you feel like, okay, this is running well again. I do not have to go to the lab and lab these characters because, you know, they appear like once a month, right? But this is where a lot of players fall into this downward spiral of despising characters just because they don't know how they work. I've been in that spiral for a long fucking time. Playing against Asuka, my god, the back 3. My god, that parry. That Sabaki, what the fuck is this? Or the matchup that I had the most trouble with for a long time. Nina and Anna. Spam, 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 can opener into unreactable lows. What the fuck is this? Why can't I do anything? It's bullshit. You know, these low skill characters doing their gimmicks and flowcharts, and I don't know what to do. And it's so frustrating. I can beat some of them because they're just trash, but you know, this is where I just went like, okay, just bite the fucking bullet. Just bite it. Do what you have to do to beat them. And that's going to the lab. As much as I don't want to do it, you know, it's kind of boring for most people. But if you want to really get progress and stop tilting for the rest of ranked, that's just what you have to do, man. That's why I never managed to reach red rank for like the first year. Because I just did the thing that most people do. It's just spam their character strings, hope that the opponent doesn't know. And when somebody knows, just don't rematch them. But this just doesn't help. This just makes you the same as everybody else. And that just leads to stagnation, blaming the game for your flaws, essentially. Therefore leading to hating the game. But the thing is, what you're doing wrong, the game cannot fix on its own. The game will never be better than you. It just can't, because you use its mechanics. It can only be as good as you are in the game. And that's something that my first coach always told me. Practice the thing that I preach and you'll get blue rank. And I was thinking about this for a long time because I stopped playing Tekken after, I think, 1.5 years due to Season 3 dropping. But it just got me thinking, what was I doing wrong? Like, these gimmicks seem unbeatable. Like, everybody does them, and like pro players sometimes respect it, so what do? Is there literally anything you can do to beat this? You might even argue that's the same situation for Tekken 8. You know, you go for the same situations multiple times, and there's not really counterplay to it. But that's something that we overlooked for a long time, is when something seems flawless, then don't attack that. Because if you condition them to respect your turns more, think that you never duck the lows, think that you know what their game plan is and what they're going to do next, so they have to rethink their game plan, that's where suddenly the entire fortress that seems impenetrable, that's where the cracks suddenly start to show. That's where your opportunity arises. Attack the player, not the character. Make your opponent think twice. Make them doubt themselves. It's essentially mental warfare, which is cruel, but that's how fighting games work in general. It's not about the characters and the matchups. They have an impact, yes, but it's on you alone to condition your opponent so that they play the game how you want. That's what exactly my first coach taught me. Is okay, you're gonna play very defensively for quite a while, punish their punishable moves, condition them to use safer, less risky moves, but don't give them that much reward. And once that happens, spam out your weapons, attack them, do some sort of, the Germans know that word, blitzkrieg, with your tools. Attack them with all you have when we least expected. And it worked. I suddenly did a rank rush. I got from red rank to purple rank to blue rank to emperor in less than, I think it was 3 weeks to 1 month. That is what true progression looks like. Now, not to discredit anyone with, slower progression, getting 1 rank per week or doing 1 ranked session per day, getting, 1,000 rank points. Any progress is good progress, but you have to put in work. The game is not going to give you that. You might play Akuma in Tekken 7, the best character in the game. But he's not going to be like an autopilot character where you press one button and he wins. That's just not going to work. He's the best character for a reason. He has these super broken moves that you need. You know what? Execution. Oh, that's a hard-hitting word, isn't it? You need to be good at the game and understand it. Understand Akuma and he will reward you. That's how every character in the game works. You'll have to learn your own character. No matter how easy they are, you still need to learn their flaws, their strengths, and how to use them and how to counter them yourself. Because once you know the counterplay to your own character, you know what to play around. You know how to play into your character strengths and mitigate the weaknesses as much as possible. They're still gonna appear, of course. Having no 15 frame while standing launchers armor king, it hurts. A lot of lows were minus 15 in Tekken 7, but I couldn't launch them. 16 frame while standing 1. It didn't really help. But you also need to realize, I can do a lot of different things instead. I could make it so I backdash the lows instead, sidestep them, jump over them with a hop kick or a capital punishment, and condition my opponents so they don't use lows anymore. And then we do the throws, and suddenly I'm starting to win the games much, much more. So what I request of you is to see which characters you struggle the most against, that you just cannot really beat most of the time, and just see what does your opponent use, what moves does he use. Okay, what are the purpose of this move, what is the opponent trying to achieve with these moves. Okay, understand them, and now I'm seeing what can't they do. what these moves are not able to do. And then we start playing around this and understand, okay, my character can do this. My character can do that. He can counter that 14 frame low. I can jump over the downward one. You know, those types of counterplays. You just need to bite the bullet. It'll help you in the long run. And that's just genuine life advice. If you find something that is just struggling to do, just go right into it. Just try anything. Because essentially what you're doing is you're eliminating many different strategies that might not work at first, but then you'll get the true answer to it. It's a guarantee. But you have to keep on holding on and bite the goddamn bullet. Just step through it. It's not going to be comfortable, I know. You're gonna be bored, you're gonna fall into despair. But you'll realize eventually, it wasn't that bad. And look, I now counter this character very confidently. That is all I request of you watching the video. Well, that was quite the journey. Didn't anticipate my first video to go like this. But it's been quite a blessing. I just was immediately surprised seeing this editing software and how to do it, because I've been on YouTube for pretty much since I was like a small kid, like 6 years old. And seeing these different edits, I was like, damn, how do we put this magic to work? Well, now I know, and it's fantastic. I find this to be so interesting, just to put in these different effects. I still don't know everything, you know? I still don't know, you might have noticed that in the video. You know what, just write me in the comments what I wasn't able to do with the editing software. But thank you all for watching this video. This has been quite the journey. I just ran straight into it, not knowing how to edit, not knowing what direction I was gonna take, but I just had that concept in my head. Flowcharts and gimmicks are good for the game. As much as I hate them myself, they made me into the person that I am today. And with that, I also want to thank some of the people that got me to this path, lead me to this journey that I've cried, was happy, was just the best person that I can be, but also just one of the worst people that I could have been on this planet. But it helped me grow into the person that I truly wish to become. And that's in Tekken as well. My first special thanks goes to the content creators that got me into the high level of Tekken. First runner-up being Finn T, who resparked my flame for Tekken 8 after I was just done with the game. With videos such as, if you're not GOD, watch this, or just the funny shenanigans going on with, I think he's called like Jason Toyota and Coach Kazama, which is just funny drama, all things considered. And no matter how toxic the situation, just take it as a huge joke. It's much more entertaining like that. So pay him a visit if you want to see him clown over ridiculously stupid people. My next special thanks goes out to the main man Sui. Surprise, surprise, you know? But he really got me into the game back in Season 2 with his very, very greatly designed video of how to Wavedash. That was my first perspective of the execution of Tekken compared to any other fighting game. And due to that guide, I actually became quite a good Mishima player. But of course, the other many guides he's done over the years have helped me become a really knowledgeable player. And as much as there's critical discourse about him, the legacy he has left behind, the impact he's left on the Tekken community has been definitely more towards the positive. So if you want to get into Tekken, I would definitely advise you to watch his guides on the character that you chose. And due to this, I'm doing awesome as always. And the last but certainly not least is Nova Saiken, who has just really lifted my spirit towards Tekken 8 when it comes to its in-depth design and even its flaws, with his amazing playlist of how to save Tekken 8, where he breaks down the game in absolutely forensic detail that I can't really list off right now off of my head because it's so much. But it's been a blast every single video, man. There's so much info, and that's just my personality. I really like information and how it's used in the practical sense. And he's also the reason why I use sidesteps in Tekken 8. I didn't really use the sidestep in Tekken 8 compared to Tekken 7 because I thought, oh, what's the point? But him showing the hitboxes on his lateral movement video and his epic montages on how he mogs on people really enlightened the horizon for me when it comes to sidestep. And now I'm just clapping people with sidesteps. Even though they're not really that good, they still function. And function well, they freaking do. It's been a blast watching every single video, man. And I definitely wish for a Tekken body like him. My next shoutouts go over to the people that I met through Tekken that showed me how the perspective is on these different people all over the world and like how their skill set and mindset goes into the game. Starting with my Tekken coach, the very first one being Jorgin Ho 66298 that I met through a player match. Just as a beginner I was wandering around, you know, looking for like a match, and then I'm just suddenly matched with a blue rank Josie. You could imagine how it went. But he decided, hey, I'm gonna take him under his wing and torture him so that he becomes the best player that he can be. It were his wise words that got me through hell of green rank, yellow rank and orange rank into the red ranks. He was the light in the dark that I needed back then. And now, look at me go. Almost GOD in Tekken 8, Tekken King in Tekken 7. He really, that puzzle piece that I needed to become the good Tekken player that I am today. I don't know if other people have this, but I have a Tekken uncle. And he showed me how to play Jin, of all characters. He showed me all of the Jin tech that I know today. At least the ones that most players use. And he really showed me what it takes to play Jin, because I was a filthy Gigas main back in Tekken 7. But through him, I learned how to do all these things with Jin, you know, how to convert to the wall, how to do the wall combo, how to Zen cancel, how to do Zen mix-ups, and how to properly use Jin's lows. Therefore, through that, I became a filthy Jin main. With him, I was properly introduced to the Tekken family. We're moving to the people that actually showed me how to counter the most obnoxious characters in the game, at least back in the day. With Zombo 247, who showed me that Lucky Chloe is nothing but a low tier character. With high damage though, showing me through multiple deathmatch sessions, showing me different scenarios in which I could, you know, counter Chloe, such as Cali roll, like back turn stance, and also showing that she's almost always launch punishable no matter what she does. And showing me manners online. That is one fine gentleman. For our next contestant, we have Kaneto Stretto number 9. Somebody who showed me Lily is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. And also, Anna is not bullshit spam. She is a 50-50 character showing you how risky you can be, but also rewarded. Through him, I learned so many things about Anna, and even started playing her in Tekken 8 because of it. And there might be that huge rank difference, but believe me, at red rank, this dangerous is absolutely unheard of. Showing me that even the most hateable characters can actually turn into your favorites. And at the end of it all, we have Daenerys_Dragon 0. Now when you play against a Nina, it's really annoying, really obnoxious. But when you think about it, infinite tries? You know, let's try something crazy. And then you realize, oh, I can actually counter this shit. That spam, you see? Counterplay. That just shows that as oppressive as she might seem, she does have her gaps, which she can just absolutely exploit. But of course, Daenerys is competent and doesn't let me do that, which leads to an ever-evolving cycle between the two of us. And also, hey, I can play more tournament mode in Tekken 7. My favorite content in Tekken, in the entire franchise to be honest. Which always leads to an absolute W. Truly a Tekken buddy that I couldn't ask more of. But my biggest thanks, of course, goes to my family and my friends that helped me push through these hard times and supported me through every step of the way to do what I really want to do. And since coincidentally all of my friends have a YouTube account, it's mentioning time. Prime747 being really goofy. Mantis747 being even goofier. Sneaks? What kind of name is that? And Mont Krieger, who actually streams on Twitch, so check him out for different types of games, like Fortnite or Genshin Impact. In the end, I'm not gonna special thank myself, don't worry, but I also wanted to do streaming. My schedule was gonna be like every Friday at 7 European time, evening. And I'm just gonna try it out for a bit, as well as working on a new group project that I've planned with the friends that I've mentioned before. And it's gonna be really exciting because we're gonna play a lot of games, but with a very important twist that we're gonna reveal when the time is right, approximately next month. So, this is it. Thanks for watching, and do the usual YouTube stuff, you know them all, but under one condition: only like the video if you enjoyed it. So, take care everyone, till next time.